Good morning, church. Good morning. There we go. My name is Jyvonne Haskin. My pronouns are she and her, and I serve the Walnut Creek Church. But today and this weekend, you have been wonderfully hosting our DRUMM California Winter Retreat, and it has been an amazing time. And so without further ado, we're going to help sing them in as they process into the service. And it is a song, and the lyrics will show up on the screen, but it is called Peace Chant, and it is by Mark A. Miller. And it goes a little something like this. And as we sing, I'll sing it one time through. I'll ask you to please join in singing. And our DRUMM California Retreat participants will make their way into the sanctuary. Shall we? Can I hear with our... We resist, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end. We resist, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the... Please rise in body. We resist, or spirit. We refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end. We resist, hey, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end. We resist, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end. We resist, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end. We resist, hey, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end. Last time, we resist, hey, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end.
All right, that was great. I love the energy you guys bring here. Thank you. We needed that. All right. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Davis. Especially, we welcome the members of DRUMM that have spent some time here with us, and we really appreciate you coming all the way here. Last Friday, there were protests on the street here in Davis. I mean, it was great. I mean, it's just, I see a lot of resistance, and I love it. That's the only way we're going to get to the other side. So my name is Jose Torres. I use he, him pronouns. If this is your first time with us, whether online or in person, we're glad you're here. Oh, I should mention that I'm a member of the executive board. We are especially happy to welcome the members of DRUMM California who had their 12th quarterly retreat here at UUCD this weekend. And I understand they're already planning to come back. Is that right? They like it here. Excellent. I appreciate that. So let's take a moment to connect with our online community. See if we can see them there. Hello. Welcome our friends joining online from everywhere. Now let's take some time to greet one another. As you settle in, a reminder that our digital bulletin contains all the announcements for the week. our welcome host can help you access it. So look at the bulletin because we have a lot of more stuff, a lot of more exciting stuff coming up very soon. And now we're going to have a brief announcement by Reverend Angeline.
I realize I usually say a few words until I make sure I'm on. Good morning. Good morning. It is so good to see you. Thank you for the outpouring of love and well wishes. And I'm barely just vertical, so I'm still recovering. But thank you all so much. I also wanted to say thank you to this community for showing up in such a big, big way this weekend. For our BIPOC siblings, from homestays to helping to prepare delicious meals, the kitchen cleanup, helping to keep an eye out to make sure that we are safe, but you're not security because we know that. AV support, and I know I'm missing some other areas, so I'm sorry. But coming out and participating in our public events. Those of you who were here Friday night with the Reverend Dr. DJ, thank you for being here. For all the ways that you showed up this weekend, thank you so much, beloveds.
Okay, we have one more announcement. The board and Reverend Angeline have planned field trips to 4 neighborhood or neighboring, or close by UU congregations. Our first trip was to the Unitarian Universalist Society of Sacramento, and I'm sure we're going to get some feedback soon from that. The next trip will be to Mount Diablo UU Church at Walnut Creek. Okay, so if you don't want to miss it, after meeting the people from there coming to visit us this weekend, please reach out to the office or to Scott Stewart. Scott, there you go. He's going to coordinate the trip. So to make sure you get parking. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to do the Berkeley one, and I was looking to the parking just to make sure that we get there early. All right, I might need some help with that. Parking Berkeley. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you. I think this is the first time I don't cut him off. I think I'm 1 out of 4. A way to go, but excellent. Okay, so each week we add our story to the rich tapestry of stories that have unfolded in this land. And it's nice to see so many beautiful people here and so many beautiful faces. We don't have to use masks all the time anymore, so it's very nice to be able to see how you look like. All right, Joe, go ahead.
OCO, I'm Joe Sinelli. Tsiitsaleki, I'm Cherokee. So for the land acknowledgement, For thousands of years, this land has been the home of the Patwin people, including the Yochadehi Winton Nation today. The Patwin people have remained committed to the stewardship of this land over many centuries. It's been cherished and protected as elders have instructed the young through generations. We're honored and grateful to be gathered here today on their traditional lands. And would also like to call attention to our ancestor altar here. We've all taken the time to construct this, and it's just very meaningful to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. That's great. Let us carry this awareness of connection into our time together.
All right, for our next hymn, we're going to sing a song that we all know and love, but we're going to flip it on its head a little bit. This song, I learned this version this past week. I had the opportunity to visit, participate in the UU Ministers Association, had a gathering in Albuquerque. That was Institute for the Learning, and we learned this version there. It adds a chorus. The song we're singing is Wake Now, My Senses. You know that one? Mm-hmm. We're adding a chorus to it to make it even more of a bop than what it actually already is. So it adds a chorus, and I'm going to ask you to rise in body or in spirit, and I'm going to teach you how it goes. And then we're going to jump right into the verses. Thank you. So the chorus goes, sing with me. Verse 1. Wake now my senses and hear the earth call. Feel the deep
I was in Minneapolis. There was a call from our interfaith clergy in Minneapolis, and 1,200 clergy answered that call. All right. 1,200 clergy answered that call, and we joined 75,000 Minnesotans in the street on Friday the 23rd. We know that as Unitarian Universalists, our liberation is bound to one another, deeply bound to one another. And so our chalice lighting comes from the spirit of Minneapolis, and it's called Sacred Rage by Kate Lore. This rage is not a wildfire set loose for spectacle. It is a candle lit at the altar of our shared humanity. Steady, deliberate, fed by breath and prayer.
It rises from the place where hearts have been broken, one time too many, from the long ache of watching tender bodies treated as disposable.
Do not advise me to soften it. This rage knows how to kneel. It has pressed its forehead to the earth and listened for holy guidance.
Sacred rage does not shout first. It listens to the wound until the wound speaks truth. It learns the names of those who harm. It remembers the words of those who taught us how to survive evil.
When sacred rage emerges, it stands with purpose, spine aligned with justice, hearts still open, astonishingly open to the possibility of repair.
This rage is a vow, a holy refusal, a fierce amen to the worth of every body history tried to erase.
It says, nothing that destroys families gets to call itself righteous. Nothing that silences the suffering gets to call itself holy.
And still, even burning, sacred rage tends the future carefully, like a midwife, with hope in her hands, whispering to the coming world,
You will be different.
You will learn from history.
You will be born from compassion that finally
said enough and meant it.
Please remain seated as we sing our next hymn. It is called Hold My Hope by Hernández, and it's from our new UU hymnal, Sing Out Love. We are going to sing two parts of this song. One is we're going to start with the chant, and there is also a melody line that I'll start singing midway through our chant. But this song is called Hold My Hope, and it is actually a prayer to our communities. And our theme of DRUMM this weekend was mutual aid, and so this song calls for us to hold my hope, hold my trembling, hold my heart, teach me to be love. Okay? So please remain seated as we sing. The chant part goes, hold my hope, 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 hold my hope. The melody goes like this. Hold my hope, hold my trembling, hold my heart, teach me to be love. Hold my hope, hold my trembling, hold my heart, teach me to be love. Hold my hope, hold my trembling, hold my heart, teach me to be love. Hold my hope, 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 hold my hope.
Good morning. I am Linda Russell. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I am the president of the board at Mount Diablo UU Church. So I look forward to welcoming you all when you come down for the field trip. We say in Unitarian Universalism that we are the ones we have been waiting for. That is the foundation of our movement. That is a core belief of our faith. DRUMM is the sustenance for people of color in this faith. Yesterday, I gave a presentation on self-care and our unique needs as people of color when it comes to self-care. The whole theme of this retreat has been mutual aid as collective liberation. We had some wonderful tabling yesterday to see what is being done in the local community. And as I looked at all the wonderful offerings, what I saw was a continuation of work that has been a necessary part of the survival of communities of color for many, many years. Mutual aid is something that we have had to depend on rather than wondering if others were going to come and take care of us. Mutual aid is a recognition of our needs and how we address those needs. DRUMM is a space where we can name our pain, our frustration, our joys, and our triumphs. That which affects our hearts, our personhood, our families, and using the language of our faith. Plurality recognizes that we come from many traditions. Our interdependence acknowledges our need to be with one another, to hear and understand stories that so richly describe our history and our lessons. We recognize the validity and the importance of our collective multicultural voices. These days, our focus has turned to the challenges to justice happening in Minneapolis and in many cities across the country. This is not a new conversation for people of color, but what is new is the wider experience of targeted, consistent oppression. Profiling has become a shared experience. I see this as a moment of equity, where we are all invited into the struggle together. As hard as it is to see and to take in some ways this moment is moving us toward a more level playing field where we recognize the necessity for collective action in order to survive. And that may be a needed transformation, both visceral and psychological. Mutual aid is the recognition that we get through this by the generosity of actions, of spirit, of finances, of resources that we offer each other and our neighbors. As Paula Cole Jones, the architect of the eighth principle, calls Unitarian Universalism, the community of communities. Within the BIPOC community, we acknowledge the need to draw from not only our faith traditions, but our cultural traditions. DRUMM was created as a space to talk about all of these things, to acknowledge, to validate, to celebrate our survival. Coming together this weekend at a time when there is what I call social and political excavation. We are turning the soil on what has always been, but just buried to some of us. We are truly the ones we needed to see. And at the core, our UU Center is love. Thank you.
Please rise in body or in spirit as we sing our hymn of the month, Guide My Feet, from Singing the Living Tradition. And you heard the theme already as we had Jacob play it as part of the Prelude. But it is Black History Month. Today kicks this off, and this song comes from the Black American tradition. And so I am excited. Let me get my tambourine, y'all. I'm excited to sing this with you. Shall we? Feel free to clap. Guide my feet. Guide my feet while I run this race. Guide my feet while I run this race. Guide my feet while I run this race. For I don't want to run this race in vain. Race in vain. Let's sing that again. Hold my hand while I run this race. Hold my hand while I run this race. Hold my hand while I run this race. For I don't want to run this race in vain. Race in vain. Stand by me while I run this race. Stand by me while I run this race. Stand by me while I run this race. For I don't want to run this race in vain. Race in vain. Search my heart while I run this race. Search my heart while I run this race. Search my heart while I run this race. For I don't want to run this race in vain. For I don't want to run this race in vain.
Good morning. Good morning. DRUMM BIPOC siblings and allies. My name is Alex Lee Jobe. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I identify as Chinese American and a member of the Anhi group. That's Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander. This weekend is a dream come true for me. My family came to visit. Not my biological family, but my drum family. Some of them I known for many years, some only a couple of days, yet I still consider them my siblings. What's up with that? It's like the difference between the relationship with my daughter and my white coworker. I like and enjoy them both, yet I know them in different ways. Many BIPOC UUs have experienced macro and microaggressions in their congregation. For myself, things like, "You're so articulate," as if a Chinese person couldn't be or wouldn't be. Or, "Where are you from?" as if a Chinese person couldn't be an American. Because to some people, American means white. These are frightening times when Black men like Keith Porter or brown men like Kilmar Garcia or Asian grandpas like Chong Li Tao are being killed, deported, or arrested. I could be taken by ICE because of my race. Talking about our fears of being kidnapped and deported is hard. I have made a copy of my birth certificate and I carry it in my purse. Among my drum siblings, I find a sense of community that renews my spirit, my mind, and my heart. I learn important pieces of BIPOC history that belong in every history book. I feel the love between us when we share our experiences of being people of color in a white world and a white congregation. Our retreat theme is mutual aid is collective liberation. By gathering as people of color with the intention of building community through personal relationships among ourselves, in our churches, in our communities, in the nation, and the world. That's building a better world of belonging and love. Thank you.
This week's offering is dedicated to the well-being and growth of our church and its programming. It allows us to do so many things, including the religious exploration education program that take care of these kids that you just saw, and to have guests from outside, like from the drum community now, and many other things that this beautiful campus can do. And so we do appreciate your contributions. There are several ways you can contribute to our offering. You might give via the UCD website, by texting UUCD offering to 73256. I like that one myself. Forget to bring cash. Or by check sent to UUCD with offering in the memo line. Those in the sanctuary with cash or check gifts are invited to place them in the basket. We thank you for your generosity.
Please welcome our Drum Retreat Choir to the chancel.
Joy brought me here.
Yes, it did.
Joy brought me here. Joy brought me here with love today. Joy brought me here. Joy brought me here. Joy brought me here with love today.
Shout while I'm here.
Shout while I'm here.
Yes.
Shout while I'm here.
Huh?
Shout while I'm here with love today. Shout while I'm here. Shout while I'm here. Shout while I'm here with love today.
Sing while I'm here.
Sing while I'm here.
Hey.
Sing while I'm here. Sing while I'm here with love today. Sing while I'm here. Sing while I'm here. Sing while I'm here with love today.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going off script a lot here, sorry. I knew these people, did a lot of work everywhere, but, apparently they also know how to have a good time. We can learn from them. So please join me in expressing gratitude for our offering by repeating our covenant. Okay? We're going to go on 3. 1, 2. We give this gift for creating a spiritual community with actions based on respectful conversation, receptive listening, and open-handed presence. Thank you very much.
I know y'all been seeing me dancing and standing, but I am still recovering. So welcome to our living room today. Is my back to you? It's a little bit. All right. I haven't sat and done a sermon since I twisted my ankle last year. So we're going to see how this is. I hope it's as engaged as it usually is. I am exhausted. And I mean that from we've been doing a lot of movement this morning. We have been solidly embodied in our worship today. Thank you, drum. All right. I got to catch my breath. Take a breath with me. One more. All right. This weekend, DRUMM California gathered here for their 12th quarterly retreat, focusing on mutual aid through collective liberation. While these words can be studied through academic rigor, they are first and foremost survival knowledge that BIPOC communities have always carried. Linda just said that. And today's service is a culmination of that gathering, a chance for all of us to learn from wisdom arising from necessity. Today's America is not newly broken. BIPOC communities have always known this. Womanist and Black liberation theology emerge from and give language to this lived knowledge. This violence is not a deviation from the American project. It unfortunately is the American project, finally visible for those who could afford to not see it. From the founding indigenous genocide, chattel slavery, the creation of slave patrols that became modern policing through Reconstruction's promise, betrayed by Jim Crow, the internment of Japanese Americans, to today's militarized ICE raids and the ongoing killings of Black and brown people, this is not a series of unfortunate events. This is a pattern. This is a system working exactly as intended. BIPOC Americans have been naming this for centuries. But here's what I need my white beloveds in this room to notice, and folks online. In 2025, there were 32 deaths during immigration enforcement operations. Some ruled homicides. So far in 2026, there have been 8. How many of those names do you know? Most of us know Renee Good and Alex Pretty, the 2 white Americans killed. I remember, this is not in script, I remember, I didn't know any other names. And I remember noticing the news that kept saying American citizens were killed. American citizen. And I thought, that's an interesting way to really push this point as you're reporting it. But can you name Keith Porter, the Black American citizen killed by ICE in Los Angeles? Can you name any of the others? James Baldwin wrote that not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. For BIPOC communities, we have always faced this violence. And I mean that whether you were born here or not, we have always faced this violence. The question is whether white America is finally ready to face it too. Not just when white victims make it visible, but in its full centuries-long scope. When we can name Renee Good and Alex Pretty, but not Keith Porter, it's not because we're bad people, not cussing you out. It's because we've been formed by a culture that produces this selective attention and teaches us which lives to grieve and which to overlook. The same culture that made George Floyd's name a rallying cry only after video forced us to witness his murder, or needed to teach us to say Breonna Taylor's name, where 12-year-old Tamir Rice was killed and his childhood stolen in the retelling. It is the same culture that teaches us which lives to grieve and which to overlook. Our faith tradition, this congregation, did not escape being formed by this culture. We need to understand how even well-meaning communities reproduce harm. And more importantly, how we build the infrastructure to resist together. Womanist theologian Emily Towns helps us understand why building this infrastructure is so crucial. She writes about what she calls the cultural production of evil, the way systems of oppression are manufactured and sustained through cultural narratives. These are the stories that tell us whose lives matter, whose don't, the stories that make immigration raids feel inevitable and normalize detention camps and family separation. Towns calls this the fantastic hegemonic imagination, a set of assumptions so deeply embedded that violence begins to feel natural rather than chosen. But here's the counter. Womanist theology offers us counter-imaginations for communal flourishing, visions that center collective survival, mutual care, and the flourishing of the whole community rather than individual achievement. This imagination rejects the premise that some people are disposable. It insists that another world isn't just possible, it's being built right now. In the mutual aid networks forming in drum gatherings like this one, where we restore and strategize together in every community that says we will care for each other regardless of what the system does. Resilience through this lens isn't just surviving the system, it's about building alternative systems, infrastructures of care that embody a different imagination about whose lives have value. And we must name something honestly. Our own UU communities, including this one, are still learning what it means to live into our values of radical inclusion. I say that with love. I think we've built enough relationship for you to know that I say that with love. When BIPOC folks experience microaggressions that go unaddressed because we're uncomfortable with conflict, when the work of creating inclusive space falls disproportionately on folks of color rather than being shared across the congregation, when we assume diversity in leadership alone means we've done the work. They're not dramatic acts of violence, but they are real harm that contradicts what we say we believe about worth and dignity. Towns reminds us that communal resistance demands communal ethics. We can't just say we value worth and dignity. We have to build accountable practices that prove it. The existence of DRUMM is both a testament to BIPOC resilience as well as a mirror, showing us where we still have work to do. The infrastructure that DRUMM and other identity caucuses have built is sacred, and it shouldn't have to exist in isolation. We all must ask ourselves, especially those who benefit from predominantly white spaces, are we actively supporting this infrastructure and doing our own work to transform our congregations? Or are we waiting for BIPOC folks to make us comfortable while we perform welcome without doing the deep work of change? We can have a lovely sign, but if we don't change inside, there is no point to what we're doing. But here's what womanist theology teaches us. BIPOC communities have always known how to survive systems designed to destroy us. We've always known how to resist. We have always made a way out of no way. Monica Coleman writes about this in her book, Making a Way Out of No Way, a womanist theology. You should read it. I promise you it's a good read. And it's a very accessible, not theologically heavy language read. She asks, how have Black women facing slavery, Jim Crow, ongoing violence, not just survived, but created, loved, built community, and raised children with hope? Her answer draws on what she calls creative transformation, God's presence of unforeseen possibilities that we work through our human agency toward justice and survival. This reminds us that even in constraint, transformation is possible. It's not about waiting for the system to change before we act. It's not about asking permission or waiting until conditions are perfect. It's about transforming the raw materials of our reality, however limited, however painful, into something that sustains life. This is not individual willpower, but cooperation with something larger than ourselves. This is mutual aid. Not charity given from those who have to those who don't, but the creative transformation of pooling what we have, time, resources, skills, presence, so that all of us can survive and resist together. Mutual aid is about cooperating to serve community members. It creates networks of care and generosity to meet the immediate needs of our neighbors, while also addressing the root causes of the challenges we face and demanding radical and transformative change. This isn't new. I was saying to Jyvonne that I don't know this word, mutual aid. And then when I started reading, I was like, oh, I know what it is. Right? Right? Mutual aid has deep roots in communities that have always had to create their own safety nets. Like newly freed African Americans who have to pool money to buy farms and land and care for children and the sick and support the entire community. Mutual aid societies for the 19th century Chinese immigrants that provided temporary housing, financial assistance, employment support, while also speaking out against rising anti-Chinese sentiment. Indigenous folks needing to develop community centers to protect resources and advocate for their rights after the government terminated recognition of more than 100 tribes. A decade later, organizations like the Black Panther Party and the Young Lords leveraged mutual aid through their community survival and free breakfast programs, exposing racial inequalities and helping shape modern-day mutual aid. And we saw this during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Yesterday, as part of the DRUMM retreat planning, we had a mutual fair right here, where organizations like Freed, Food Not Bombs, and Sacramento Valley Tenants United shared about their work. These aren't abstract concepts or historical footnotes. This is living practice happening right now in our community. This is what DRUMM has been practicing this weekend. This is what BIPOC communities have always practiced, making a way out of no way, not because it's idealistic, but because it's the only thing that's ever actually worked. Collective liberation isn't a nice idea for later, after we have fixed the systems. Collective liberation is how we survive the systems right now, together, while also working to transform them. This year, I have invited you to break open. You remember that? An invitation to break open assumptions, expectations, the cliquishness that can calcify in any community. I invited you to consider how we break open to each other in ways that allow us to become more radically welcoming, creating the beloved community envisioned in our commitment to dismantling racism and oppression. So that when spiritual refugees come to our doors, we will be ready to welcome them without causing more harm. We've begun this work. You've been doing this work. I came and you were doing this work. But there is more work to do. We haven't arrived. While some of us take to the streets, accompany folks to court hearings, or donate resources, there's also work to do within, with our individual selves and within this UUCD community. So I invite you to two commitments. First, the internal work. Examine where this congregation, in our daily patterns, participates in the cultural production of evil. Who gets centered in our decision making? How do we handle conflict? Do we avoid it, hoping it will go away? Or do we build structures for accountability and repair? How do we respond when BIPOC members name harm? How do we welcome people when they first walk through our doors? What pattern will you commit to breaking open? Second, the infrastructure work. Support DRUMM's organizing. There are pamphlets right outside, you can learn more. Volunteer or otherwise support any of the many mutual aid groups in our community. Connect with and support rather than replace BIPOC-led organizing. Show up for the court accompaniments, not as saviors, but as partners in collective liberation. And most critically, don't wait for the perfect time or the perfect understanding. Coleman teaches us that creative transformation happens when we act with what we have, where we are, trusting that unforeseen possibilities emerge through our cooperative effort. The wellspring we spoke of in January isn't just something we draw from. It's something we fill through our action. Remember I said that? I'm talking to this side because I know y'all don't know. Remember? Okay. When we do this internal work, when we build these infrastructures of mutual aid and participate in the exchange of resources, when we show up as partners rather than saviors, we're not just resisting the cultural production of evil. We're participating in the creative transformation that does what? Makes a way out of no way. Amen.
Amen, indeed. Please rise in body or in spirit as we sing our closing hymn. And after we sing, we're going to allow you to sit down while we do our benediction. But this hymn we're about to sing is called We Will Carry Each Other, which I know you're familiar, by Soren Ostenfeld, and it's from our new hymnal, Sing Out Love. It is our pop ballad. So please, when we get to that chorus and you may feel you need to close your eyes and just sing with your head thrown back, you are welcome and invited to. I am looking for shelter in a friend. We can build a beginning, but I do not know the end. I am scared of breaking when I bend. say. But I still find solace when I close my eyes to pray. What I've lost and what I hope can stay. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. I am full and I am running out. I'm a flooding river and I'm living through the drought. I have firm conviction and my heart is full of doubt. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. There are people I have never met. There is something special and I haven't found it yet. There's abundance given, freely taken with no debt. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. We will carry each other on the way. We will carry each other on the way.
We extinguish these flames, but not what they hold. May our sorrows be lightened, our joys shine brighter, and the spirit of this community go with us.
Wow. It's time to bring us all together. I have presented this to congregations in this region, except this one. And so for you to join in this blessing, I'm going to teach you a Tibetan chant that heals all beings, not one left behind. And I would like you to keep chanting while other words are being spoken. So first, let me teach it to you. Please repeat after me. Om. Mani. Peme. Hong. Om Mani Peme 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 Hong. Courage, my friend.
my friends. You do not walk alone. We will walk with you. We will walk with you and sing your spirit home.
Life is impermanent, so let your imagination be brave. May release what is no longer ours to carry. May you honor the past without being imprisoned by it. May we meet this moment with clear eyes and steady hearts. And may we reimagine a future spacious enough for everyone to breathe. Go in peace.